Yeah, them blue lights are cool, huh? But check this out. It's an illusion, okay? If you watch Von Pelton's video, he thinks it's wormholes like in uh, that sci-fi TV show. Okay, okay. Well, then they wouldn't have come from here, right? I it's confusing the pictures and videos and stuff that you've seen because you don't know exactly where it is, except for when you look up at the blue spiral in the sky. That's what you're seeing. Um, but I don't. I don't think. I think it's a trick. I think it's just something that somebody did. Somebody did it, um, and it's an illusion. And here's why. Because there's going to be. Look, I'm not a religious person, but I have my beliefs. Okay, and you know what? The Bible might be to some the biggest scam of all. First of all, it's the number one book sold ever of all times. Number one in copies, period. Um, Now, what you're supposed to do with the Bible, and I keep it up there, um, is is you're supposed to read it, and how I use it is if I'm having trouble with something or uh, having difficulties with something, I'll pick up the book and I'll open it up, and I won't look for nothing in particular. I'll open it up and just start reading anywhere, and within a couple of paragraphs, if you're paying attention, it will show you the same exact situation in which you're going through, but in a different context. Okay, so you have to understand that. Um, so I think it's a trick because in Matthew 24:23, it says that, you know, even the leaders will be fooled. Okay, so right now the leaders are being tricked. Everybody's being bamboozled, hornswoggled, and it's not right. But it's not flesh. Okay? You have to understand that too. We're not dealing with flesh. We're dealing with princes and principalities of power. Take that into consideration. Because as much as you have drive and determination to do something, it is that much greater with the forces of darkness. And I call it the forces of darkness and the forces of light, because that's what it's set upon, the opposement of light and dark, the sun and the moon. Okay? So you need to understand that it's not flesh. However your neighbor acts, however the people act around you, it's not them. Okay? They've been brainwashed into living the way that they live. In whatever manner, I'm not picking on anybody, because I'm not here to judge. That's not my job. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm trying to help people get an understanding of what's really going on. And so once you understand, because you got to take a look at it. I mean, there's books written all over the place of prophecy. Okay, and I'm not talking about fucking History Channel, Nostradamus effect bullshit crap. Okay, I'm talking about real word, real old world, old way back history books. Okay, the Bible, the Quran, all of them stories, uh, the Gideon, Book of Gideon, all of it talks of times before their time and times of after their time. And time, and when at their time. To give you a perspective and an understanding, but you just have to understand how to read it. When they talk all that situation about this beget that and that beget this, it's giving you a breakdown of history of time over generations. And you have to understand also back in when Adam fell from Eden, which was on earth, the garden. They lived for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years. Adam, I think, was 700 and something years old. Moses was 800 something years old. That's a long life. That's a long life. So could you imagine how old Lucifer is? And for that matter, how old God would be? So, and also take into consideration that Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call him, he doesn't care about you at all. But Jesus loves you. Lucifer wants control to destroy. That's period. That's it in the story. Later. It's excal505. Peace out.